Well, let's kick off with some requests. And the next one is Telkom. And then we just showed ArcelorMittal, and we showed that the share surprised us all with a waterfall formation. Yes, Telkom. Telkom is doing exactly the same thing. It's always a case of shares that falls down a cliff. It always gives some opportunity to climb back a little bit. Remember, some companies can actually go under if this happens. But usually when there's a little bit of fundamentals, the company is not in terrible debt and the management is playing a fair game and they're not doing strange things, then usually the company gives you this little bit of a relief bounce. And for me, it's quite simple. If you are a trader, look at these scenarios, either a quick sell-off or maybe a bounce. That always gives you a little bit of an opportunity. Maybe not for 10 or 20%, but everybody is happy with a 3 or a 4 or a 5% in a few days. But let's have a look at the weekly chart, because this viewer, and I think it was Kelly asked for a long-term view on Telkom. Now, Kelly, first of all, let's have a look at the weekly chart. There's the weekly chart. And this weekly chart clearly tells you that the momentum is to the downside. The high was around 60 Rand. It fell off a cliff. It went down to 30 Rand. And it's still struggling at the bottom here. But for me, what's interesting, Kelly, if you look at the long-term scenario, I always say, look at the nice reversal pattern or even a reversal candle to give you a little bit of a clue. Now, if you look at the chart, yeah, there you are. I just want to zoom it out a bit. There you are. Remember, this is that sell-off. And look at the clue here. This is on a weekly chart. And by the way, we offer a great course on candlesticks. You can just visit our website, www.fransdeklerk.com, and you can get details there. And then you will get all these favorite candles that gives you the clues. But look at this candle. This is an uglish bearish engulfing candle. And that was in the middle of December. Then you had this tiny little, I just want to zoom it out so that everybody can see it clearly. I just want to open it up there. There you are. You can see this ugly sell-off here. Then you see this candle. It's also called an arami because it's inside the real body of this candle. But look at this candle. That is what we call a dragonfly doji. Now, a dragonfly doji always tell you that there was some informed investors that was hanging around and they were waiting for this share to sell off, but they were also keen on buying it. And they bought it there. There was the little candle of uncertainty after the dragonfly candle. But look after that, then you saw this beautiful, strong, bullish engulfing candle right from the bottom. In actual fact, you can say it's a bullish kicker. And look at the strong belt outline candle, another strong bullish candle. But what happened in the meantime? In the meantime, we're seeing an inverse head and shoulder. There's the left shoulder. There's the head. There's the right shoulder. So for me, I've got a beautiful reverse pattern that I'm seeing here. I've got a beautiful reverse candle that I'm seeing here. And now the momentum can maybe swing up to the top. But as viewers, I got the other day a viewer that say that he's looking for these charts and for this program for many, many, many years. He's watching them and studying, and he loves what I'm doing. But he also loves himself because he loves the passion of technical analysis. Yes, and that's so true. Technical analysis is a nice, lovely hobby. But what's the clue? The clue is there's your neckline. There's the resistance line. And that is sitting at exactly, there's your level, 37 Rand on the dot. If it gets above 37 Rand, this inverse head and shoulder can come into play. And where can it take the share to? There's two scenarios. The one is the conservative one that I always show to viewers and say, listen, you've always got an option, either the one that will be conservative and the other one that will play out in full. There you are. And the other one, there you are, from the head to the neckline. And the other one is more from the right shoulder to the neckline. But look at that. I just want to check if I'm almost, yes, it's almost fine. There you are. The one can take you, the conservative target can take you to 39 Rand on the dot. And that, remember, that's coming from 37 Rand. And if it plays out in full, it will be 42 Rand 80. And where's your stop loss? The stop loss is the low of this right shoulder. And that stop loss will be 32 Rand So, well, Telkom's, the share price looks okay, and it looks like there is some positive action happening there. Let's have a look at an international company with the name of Boston Beer. And Boston Beer, oopsie daisy. I can understand why this viewer is nervous, but remember, this is a weekly chart. You always find it that a share, if it gives you a beautiful rally, I mean, this rally was from 325 to almost 420. That's $100 in about 3 weeks, and the share price comes under pressure. It looks a little bit ugly to me. So for me, it's quite simple. There's the support line. Let's have a look here. There's the support. And I'm going to show you something else that I'm picking up here. It is, there you are. There you are. It's a nice ascending channel. And remember, the trend is down. It just shows you that the trend is down. But the unfortunate thing is, this company, if this little support line breaks on a weekly chart, and that is sitting at $325. If that breaks on a weekly chart, we can maybe see the share going down even further, and then we will call this was a bearish flag pattern. Now, a bearish flag usually is a formation that tells you that the trend that it has been following will be extended to the downside. And can you believe it that Boston Beer can then go to $243? So where will I get positive? It's quite simple. You need to see this ascending channel or this bearish flag being white off the table, and that will be only above $427. Then you can see it starts to move up. So for me personally, if you are a medium or long-term investor, you're looking at the chart, maybe it's time to sit on your hands, and let's get a little bit more clarity before we carry on. Let's have a look at Firstrand, one of the top banks in South Africa. We read the other day that they've got one of the most valuable, you can almost say, brand names in the world, not even in South Africa. So let's have a look here. Almost the same thing. This is a weekly chart. Remember, this is a long-term view on the chart share. The momentum is still to the downside. We're working on a little bit of a consolidation here. And where's the clue? The clue is quite simple. There's my place. I'm going to draw in that little line. That's the top of that candle, because then I know that there's maybe a change in trend. Let's just draw that line in there. There you are. There you can see that the trend is clearly to the downside. You can see that the share is starting to work above this. It was first a resistance line, now it's a support line to try and find its feet above this line. And where will it turn out to be positive? It will turn out to be positive above 66 Rand and 70 cents. Above 66.70, we can see that this trend wants to change to the upside. Out of a medium or a long-term view, I like the chart, but only above that level, and that will be 66.82 on the dot. That's the top of that candle, 66.82. Where's my stop loss? My stop loss will be the low of that candle, and that will be 63.50. And if this boy can start to go, it can maybe go and take up to 67.65. There's another level, 67.95. And I think a nice realistic target that's not maybe too bad, 71.02. But I want to just put in a little note of caution here. If this load shedding carries on and we're going to higher phases, it must hurt local business. And a lot of local businesses are invested or banking through Firstrand, and if they don't make money, Firstrand will also be struggling a little bit. There's another request on Nedcor. Strange that these shares suddenly comes out. Nedcor Bank, weekly chart. Let's have a look. And looks like it's a solid company. It built a beautiful base here. So for me, first of all, if I must pick out of the two as a buying opportunity, Firstrand looks the better one to me. Why? Because it's been hammered down. It's building on a consolidation. See if it can go up. But Nedcor is almost close to an high. And there you are. There's the line that I'm watching. If you hold on to the share, just hold on to it. Don't sell it, because I will show you now where it will make me a little bit nervous. Remember, this is a weekly chart, but I will be positive about Nedcor again at 239 Rand and 60 cents. Above that, we can maybe go even higher. But where's my warning on this chart? And this is a weekly chart, of course. I just want to show you there's the support line. There is the support line. Let's have a look here. There you are. That support line will only break below 217 Rand and 40 cents. And I find this quite a lot nowadays that people say, but Frans, I want a little bit of a tighter level because I'm a little bit nervous. So where's my tighter level? I get to the low of this candle. There's the low of this candle. Let's have a look there. There you are. That will be my first little technical sign that something is wrong here, because look at the upper shadows here. That is where all the buyers bought it when it comes back. When that level turns into a resistance, we can maybe see heading down to this support level and then down from there. But where's that level? That crucial level is at 224 Rand and 20 cents. And remember, this is a weekly chart, and it's therefore you will only wait for a Friday close. Let's do another one with Wesizwe Platinum. I know this people, a lot of investors like this company. Let's have a look here. Where does it hide now? Wesizwe, there you are. Wesizwe Platinum, weekly chart, working on a base here. Gave us a beautiful little bit of a bounce there. And for me, quite simple. There's two lines that stands out. The one is that top of that candle, and the other one will be the top of that candle. And above that, only above that, I'll get positive. Let it work on this consolidation. Above that little level, that will be 129. We can see maybe a little bit of a bounce up there, but I will only get positive if that little high gets taken out, and that is 1 Rand and 52 cents. And I hope we've got time next week to maybe look at Orion, because I get a lot of requests of that share. Well, visit our website, www.fransdeklerk.com, for more info, and thank you for watching the show. And by the way, thank you BDTV to put this show up, and it's all for you and for your benefit.